everyone, it's Anne here from Positively Papercraft, and I'm back with another tutorial. This one happens to be, I suppose, another craft room storage. So I have quite a few of these little mini ink pads, as I'm sure a lot of us do. You can get them in different brands, Tim Holtz and all that. And I thought, oh, I don't really have anywhere to store them. Sometimes they're just in these little plastic boxes that I've got, but they're kind of full now. So I thought, oh, let's see. Now what I've come up with is, this is a cute little drawer, and it opens up and it holds 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. It holds 10 little ink pads and slides back in. And it's, as you can see, it's all the grey board, the one that I bought from Amazon, and it's all covered and looks gorgeous, even on the bottom as well. It's done all the way around and inside too. So this is the kind of system that I've come up with. And then what I've done is I have made another 3, but we're going to make 4. So we've got our 3 drawers here, sorry, and they're just all the same. They've all got my little ink pads in, and we're basically going to turn it in to a unit, like a sort of drawer unit. So I'm going to show you how I've made the drawers. We've got one more drawer to make, and obviously you'll just do this 4 times to make your 4 drawers. So, right, first off I'm using this paper pad, which happens to be this one here. It's from Hobbycraft and it's called Watercolours. So that's what I'm using. I think I'm going to use them ones to cover the outside of the box. So I've just took a piece of the 12 by 12 out of the pad. So you're going to need, where's my other piece of chipboard gone? Let's see here. Right, so we need 1 piece of chipboard for the base of our drawer. It is 7 inches by 3 inches. We need a front and a back, okay, and we need 2 of them, and again they are, well, these are 7 inches by 1, I think that's 1 1/8, and then we need 2 little sides which are 1 1/8 by 3 1/8. And this is going to form our drawer. So we will just stick them down on to our chipboard, and those little pieces there look a little bit too long for some reason. So what I'm going to do, because I started this tutorial about a week ago and I kind of had to stop halfway through because I had other things to do, so I'm a bit rusty with how I had done it. But anyway, I've just marked them there, and I'm just going to trim them because I think they're a little bit too long. You can cut this grey board with scissors as well, which is really good. So then I will give you the right measurement. Right, so there will need to be 3 inches, won't there? Yeah. You will just lay it on, just like we do for mini albums and all that, and this is going to form our drawer, okay? So going to peel the backing off. And just score around the piece. Take some scissors and I'm just going to trim this down. Right, don't throw this piece away because you can use this for your drawer, the inside of your drawer. And then I'm just going to take these groovy little scissors I bought the other day. First of all, we're going to start and just fold this up. I'm going to take them little scissors and I'm just going to cut down here, okay, and then down here, so we're leaving us a little flap there, and then we're just going to like mite it in like this. Get rid of that because this is going to fold over and join our little drawer together. Okay. And we'll do the same on the side. Just similar to when you're making a box, I suppose. It's no different really. Alright, and then we will stick all of these little side pieces down first, and that also helps to cover our box as well, like the inside of it. So we want to glue these all down. That's our drawer. And then as you can see, it is just going to start to fold up, and we are just going to use these to join it together. So there we go, there's our drawer. And then we need to cut this roughly to about 7 by 3 inches. Just going to quickly cut this. So what I did was I cut a piece for inside, which is just slightly smaller than 3 inches and slightly smaller than 7. And then again I cut these, which again just slightly smaller than 7, but they are all 1 inch wide and scored in the middle at 1/2 inch. So these are just under 3 in length, and these are just under 7, and these are going to be our kind of reinforcements on the inside. But what I want to do is put the same little handles on that I've been putting on the other drawers. I got these from Amazon. No, not even Amazon. AliExpress. Sorry, it's been a long day. So I will try and link them if I can. And they're really strong little handles, these, and they're just attached with a brad, like a kind of, the little loop is like a brad. So I just take that off and then just pop it on, and then just try and get it in the middle as much as I can. And then I just take my pencil and just draw in the little hole that's in there, and then I just take a pokey tool and I just poke through. And you need quite a good size hole for these because they're quite wide, the little brad thing, so I just poke about in there. Just make sure, and then what I do is I just try this in first, and if it goes in I know I can pop it on. So there, now it's still not as wide as I need it. Our little handle. So I am going to glue all these little pieces on the inside. There is our last drawer finished. Now these little side pieces here, you see what I did with these ones was I just took some more little pieces of card there and I just stuck them in like that to cover them. So I think they were just under 1 by 1 and scored at half, and then you can also put them in as well, which I'll probably do later, but I just want to try and get this video done as quick as possible. So 1 by 1 scored half, and then they'll cover where the paper doesn't quite cover, and also strengthen up your corners as well. So that is the drawer finished, and then as I said, it will hold 10 little ink pads. I think that's all my ink pads now, so I've got a bit of space for more. Now we need to make the actual drawer slot. So for that you need 2 pieces of chipboard, 7 1/4 by 3 1/4, and you need 2 little pieces, 3 1/4 by 1 1/4. And we need our little pieces again. These are 3 1/4 by 1 scored at half, and we're going to join them together with these. So I am just going to start gluing these on. Alright, so that would be on like that. Then we will join our little side piece to here. so you won't see any of this anyway. This is just to make them nice and strong. And then if there's any little bits sticking over, just cut them off. So that's the drawer slots. Let's test the last drawer and hope it works. Well, hope it fits rather. There we go, so that slots in there, perfect. Now, what I want to show you is, here is a drawer that I made. The only thing that I'm not happy about is, can you see when it focuses just here? Oh, it's not going to focus. No, basically it's where I've put the paper on to cover the chipboard, but then it leaves a tiny little piece of chipboard shown through on all of them, and that's the only thing I'm not happy with, because I put pieces of card, so I put strips on here, here, here and here, but I want to completely cover that bit there because I don't like it. I think it spoils it. So we will need paper. Just bear with us and I'll just get some paper. I've got some bits of card again. And what I've done this time is I've cut this to 3 inches. I've scored the long side at 1/2 inch each side, and then the short side at 1/2 inch. And then I've cut it like this because what I wanted to try was slotting this in here and then them going and folding in there. Now it still has a tiny little gap this time, but it's a lot better, and I think that's so much better like that. So that's what I've done with them, and then you just want glue on all of it. Because you only need to do one side, you don't need to do the back, because it's not going to be seen. So that sticks onto there, and then this goes round here, and as you can see the gap is much smaller. Just push that right in there. Yeah, that's so much better. Much better. And there isn't even a gap on that one at all. So that's what I did, and then I've just cut up here, and then I've just cut the little corners away like that. And that's what I've done. And then just fold that, and then you're probably going to have to snip it and adjust it a little bit. Yeah, we're going to have to cut a little bit more off. That's better. And you see, and then now we haven't really got much of a gap. So I wish I had done that with all of them, but never mind, I know for the next thing I make. Yeah, that does look better. And then you just need some 1-inch strips. You need 2. Again, just score them at 1/2 inch, and I don't know how long these are. I know they're too long, but you would need them, I think, just over 7 inches. And then just fold them in half, and these are just to line over here. Okay, and that one's a bit too short, so I'm going to use this one, and then you can just trim them. And they just go over there. That's better. And as I said, you won't need any for the back really. Okay, so I have cut the paper to decorate the box, and I've also started to build the actual box itself. So it's just the same as what we've been doing, it's just these little 1-inch wide joining pieces. So the chipboard you need a big piece which is 7 3/8 by 5.5. You need 2, one for your top, one for your bottom, like that, which are 7 3/8 by 3 3/8, and you need 2 sides which are 5.5 by 3 3/8, and just stick them together using the same method we've been doing. And then that will come up like this, and this will be our box, which is what we are going to glue these units in. Okay, so I have joined them like that, and then we need to actually join them together. So I've just got, again, these little pieces, so these ones are going to get glued on here. I'll put all the sizes on my blog anyway in case you need them. The only bits we really need to cover is these outside pieces again. Okay, so obviously it will be 7 3/8 long, 1 inch wide, and scored at 1/2 inch, and I'm just going to cover this in glue. So now we can start and glue our box together. Okay, there we go. So there is our little box for our drawers to go in. And as I said, you don't have to do the inside because these are going to get glued like this, and let's just hope they all fit. You always get one that's a bit tight, don't you? Okay. So what we would do is we will glue them in, and I think this is a really cool way to make drawers. So I am going to put glue on the bottom. There we go. Now all we've got to do is decorate our paper, put our paper on. I've got two which are 7.5 by 3.25, and they are for the top and the bottom. And then I've got a piece for the back, 7.25 by 5.25, two for the sides, 3.25 by 5.25. There we go. There is our gorgeous unit, and it's just ready to pop our drawers in. So I'm just going to take the ink pads out because I won't be able to tip it the way I want it. I'm so impressed with this. I knew I would figure a way out to do the drawers. I told you I would. No stopping us now. I'm on a mission. Oh wow, that is so cool. So we've got all our cute little drawers. How cool is that? Absolutely love that. And then I can put my little ink pads in. Oh wow, that is so cool. I'm so impressed with myself for doing this. But you could do it in any colour you want. You could add embellishments, whatever you want. It's really sturdy. So yeah, just perfect to sit on your, in your craft room to put your inks in. Finished dimensions, it's roughly 7.5 inches by 6 inches by 3.5 inches deep. So it's not huge, and it's great to keep all your little inks in. So I hope you've enjoyed it. I will be back again on Sunday. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. It helps me out immensely. So yeah, thanks for watching. Take care and bye for now.